It died.
She died.
It died.
Oh. All right, here we're going. We're gonna go. We're going. Let us go.
Are we going?
Skinny tires on it.
Pizza cutter.
Howdy, gentlemen.
How you doing?
How's it going?
That's a good thing.
It's better than the alternative, right?
Yeah. You can put some daisies up.
Yeah.
I mean, there she is. She's not perfect, but she's not terrible either.
No.
Let me pop the hood for you.
Please. Yeah, it's pretty straight.
Oh, it's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, like I told you, my first truck and my first car both had a 225 Slant 6 in it. And pretty indestructible engine.
That's what I'm saying. That guy, he must have drove it for 2 weeks without putting oil in it.
So yeah, tell me the story. You said you got, this is out of a car or something. What happened?
This is out of a Duster, an old Duster. So the engine's actually older than the truck, but it was a lower mileage engine, or so they tell me.
Yeah.
They said there was about 80,000 on the engine when they pulled it out, and they had the engine and transmission together. So I didn't think any. I mean, I'm not a mechanic. I didn't think any different. I just pulled the whole engine and tranny out and put the other one back in one piece, and that's where I ran into trouble. The transmission doesn't link up the same.
Yeah, he said that you said that it didn't shift down right.
Yeah, and the original transmission is back here in the big box, and then you've got in here an aluminum intake off the old engine.
Oh, cool.
And the torque converter off the old engine. So if this is put on there, you shouldn't have any troubles.
Yeah.
Was the transmission giving you any issues at all?
No, not at all. No, nope. This truck was very dependable. I drove it back and forth from Pennsylvania. You see this here?
Yeah.
I drove it back and forth from Pennsylvania 2 or 3 times a year, and it never, ever let me sit,
Really?
ever.
So you said you bought this truck when you was 21?
20, yeah, I was in my 20s, and
Yeah.
I got it specifically to come out here because I bought some land to build a cabin on.
Cool.
And I needed something to haul materials up, and this truck right here hauled every piece of material that built that cabin.
Wow.
Windows, doors, rafters, everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's kind of bittersweet to let it go.
You know, the kids are upset. If you'd have caught me a year ago, I wouldn't have dreamt of getting rid of it.
Yeah.
And I would have cried to watch it leave. I have no emotional attachment anymore.
I got a 71 Ford that I'm that way. It sits beside my shop. I hit a deer with it 12 years ago, and it's sitting beside my shop. And I start it every once in a while, but I can't let it go anywhere.
Yeah, and I
just
was
can't.
like that with this truck. That's
Yeah.
why I went through the trouble to put another motor in it.
Yeah.
Because the truck probably wasn't worth the trouble I went through.
Right.
And it has a brand new carburetor on it. You can see it's all clean and everything. It's going to need some adjustments. I don't know how to do that stuff, but it's burning a little bit rich. And that might be what you're smelling.
Choke may be hanging on.
The choke, yeah, it's very cold natured. Believe it or not, all I own is Dodges because of this. Because it's always done me so good. My trucks are Dodge, but I'm a Chevy man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you can smell it. You smell that burning rich?
Does it use much oil now, or have you really?
I haven't driven it enough to find out.
Yeah.
As soon as it warms up, that smoke goes away. So I just haven't put enough miles on it to know what this engine's about.
Say your choke needs to be adjusted.
It's a little
Yeah, if it, like when I started it yesterday, I ran the battery dead because it just wouldn't stay running. It was so cold. Of course, it was 15 degrees out too. So.
Well, you mind if I take it for a drive?
No, you can. I'd probably let it warm up for a minute.
All right, cool, man. We'll be back.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How's the front end? Steering.
Okay, I guess.
Does it want to find its own lane, or? Now, we don't have but one GPS here,
Right.
so don't get too far
Don't
away
get
from
too
this.
lost. Yeah, she's burning ridge.
Yeah,
It's trying to stall out.
Yeah, it's wanting to carve the.
Up to the floor.
There you go. It went. Oh. Alright, easy.
Oh yeah. You tried the brakes yet?
Yeah. No brakes, no brakes. Like the Bundy's Dodge, man.
Oh man.
No brakes, no brakes.
Actually, it's got nice brakes. He said that it had that he replaced the master cylinder, and I think he said some brake lines. Uh-oh.
It died.
She died.
It died.
It's okay. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Oh. All right, here we're going. We're gonna go. We're going. We're going. Let us go.
Are we going? Are we really
I think
going?
we're
Is it going? Yeah. How you doing? Where are we?
I have no idea. I hope we know how to get back. I mean, overall, man, I think it. You know, he said it's been setting. It hasn't been driven. I mean, what did he say? A month or two ago, a couple months ago, he put the motor in.
No, he did the tune-up.
Oh, did tune up the cook. Okay. But either way, I don't think he's driven it hardly any time since then.
Yeah.
The old truck is pretty solid compared to a lot of the old rust buckets that I've looked at. I don't know, man. It needs some fiddling with,
But just fiddling.
yeah. See, it's just not shifting properly. But like he said, he said he's not a mechanic. You know, can't blame him for that. So I don't know how fast we're going. Probably about 30-ish, 35, 40 maybe.
Probably more than that.
Can't forget we got these pizza cutters on here. Yeah, this wouldn't have been good to try to drive home.
How is the steering once you're out
Oh,
on
the steering's fine, man.
Is it?
Yeah, and it's got, like I said, it's got those pizza cutters on it. So, you know, you put some nice wider tires on it, it'll hold the road nice. My first truck was a 1978. This is a 1987. So my first truck was a 1978 Dodge. It had 225 Slant 6, had a manual transmission in it. That truck seemed like it had plenty of power for, you know, an old 6-cylinder. I guess we should find a place to turn around here.
This one will have plenty of power too once you get done getting things right on it.
Yeah, because what's happening, when it shifts into drive, it's kind of falling on its face. I think we're...
Oh, yeah, we're coasting.
We're dead.
We're close. That's all right, though. I'm looking at tractors.
Let's see here. Uh-oh. Come on.
Pump it. Now hold it.
I thought she was
Battery
gonna
get
die.
weak.
I thought she was gonna lay down on us. Full disclosure, he did say 2-foot at a stop sign, so. Okay, here we go. Lunge into the gear. Oh.
smell it in here. Take it neutral. Ooh.
All right, we're good.
It's all right. It's got another transmission in the bed.
We're probably going 55 mile an hour right now.
Probably going faster than that.
Yeah, but I think it'd be fine as long as we can make it back to the trailer.
Yeah.
It's running better than it was, you know, on the way out there. You know, it probably had to get some heat in it.
You know, the interior of the dash and everything is in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
I looked at the cab mounts underneath it. They're solid.
Are they?
Yeah. I videoed some of the cab
Did it
mounts.
have a lot of oil leaks and all that?
I didn't look that far. I didn't get that far under there.
Oh, I think it's running fine, man. Other than starting and stopping. All right, so what's your opinion? Loading it up on the trailer?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But it's a good.
It'd be a good start. Is that him right there?
Yeah. It's a good truck. No, it was the body and paint wasn't. Oh,
She died.
it wasn't. Well, that's so you can sneak home at night.
That's right.
I think that's all I need out of there. Let me check the glove box too.
Well, here's your rear view mirror.
I seen that in there.
So you said that you loaned this to...
I loaned it to a guy because he was down on his luck, and I told him 1 quart each round trip.
That's a lot of oil.
It's a lot of oil.
It was leaking it
It
or
was
burning
leaking.
it?
It was just leaking it.
Yeah.
There wasn't a touch of oil in it. I pulled the stick, it was bone dry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Locked her up.
Yep. And when I finally found this motor, we went and picked it up, and I was in July, we put the motor in it.
All right, lock it. That guy, Michael was his name, super nice guy. And I asked him yesterday, he was taking his last trip in it. He said he drove it around the street, drove around the block for his last ride. He's had the truck for over 20 years. And you know, I said, hey, that had to be bittersweet. He said, no, not really. Well, today, as we were loading it up, he said, which way are we going? Left? He said, while it was getting loaded on the trailer, he welled up inside a little bit. So, and when we left, he Facebook Lived it. So I could imagine, you know, as being a young kid, letting go of, you know, one of your first rides.
I don't.